What is going on, guys? It is Lally2Sx and this is episode 25 of my Master League Online series. We start this episode with a signing, and to be honest I wasn't even looking for a signing at this point, but someone on Twitter asked me for a decent cheap midfielder, and when I went to look for one I found this guy. I knew he wasn't going to get into my starting 11, and he's going to be a very temporary signing because I've actually got a world class player in mind that I want to sign, and that's what I like about this Master League Online, the way it's actually built, because you can try players and it won't actually really cost you anything. If anything, you're always gaining in this game. You never drop points, and it's always worth letting you take a risk on a player because it's never going to actually cost you anything other than a loss. So we're going to the first match of this episode, and you can see I'm playing for a decent amount of points and Khazri doesn't start. So let's get into the action, and as you can see I win the ball straight from his kickoff. Moore plays it down to Palladino. Palladino returns it back to Moore. Moore rushes his shot and hits it wide. Now I've tried to mix up my play a lot, and I'm not just one to build out the back all the time. So as you can see I get very direct really early on in this game just to scare the guy, and Moore actually returns Palladino the favour of setting him up earlier, and Palladino forces a good save, and then this guy actually defends really well up to about half an hour. But then this was so easy. From a throw and I play one pass, fake a shot, and I just rifle one in with Moore, who's actually on a bit of good form at the moment every time he plays for me anyway. So from this moment now that you just seen there, it wasn't a terrific save there, that was pretty much a standard save, but that's when he starts to become my hero in this match. He's that much of my hero I had to actually name the episode after him. And by the way, this counter attack that I'm doing now at my own style, my own pace, with just these little turns, this is a result of him being scared of me being very direct like I was in the start of this match. So that's why I actually mix up my play. It allows me to just make the opponent second guess all the time, and Palladino should at least work the goalkeeper there. And I'm not going to sit here and compliment every save my goalkeeper makes this match, because he makes a ton of saves. And the one thing you're not actually seeing is the amount of attacks he actually snuffed out by positioning himself in good positions and just running out to the edge of the box and actually just stopping the attack before it even builds up. And look at this, this is just the first half and he's kept me in it here. Don't let the scoreline of this match actually deceive you how well my opponent played here. He played that well that I actually sent him a message after the match saying unlucky that Forster just had the match of his life. And the worst thing about this is, look at this, at the start of the second half Makakula's normally on setting up these types of goals, but right at the start of the second half that just must have really crushed him out. And it didn't dishearten him too much because he did have some spirit to fight back, but it can only go on for so long like this when you see Forster making these sorts of saves. I don't even know how to commentate on this guy here, because this was just super freaky the way he did this here. And this is when I actually knew I won the match. When he made that save there, I knew I won the match. And after this moment here, the game was pretty much over. The game pretty much dried out. I think he had no more belief in him. I actually didn't score from this moment because his defender makes an exceptional block here. I think this shot was actually going to go in, but what a block this was. I wasn't sure at the time. I was pretty confident that the defender got something on this because it did go behind for a corner, but after I zoomed in and slowing it down I found out it was the defender, so that was some exceptional defending there. But yeah, I won that match, and now we're going to go into the second match of this episode. And normally I do at least 3 matches in an episode, but because it's been a while since I last uploaded and I haven't really had much time, I thought I'll get at least 2 up better than nothing. So we're going to the second match of this episode, and these are the sorts of matches that I'm going to actually look to avoid putting up on YouTube because they weren't really too competitive. But the only reason I actually put this one up is this is Khazri's debut. So you can see he actually put in a decent ball at the back post for Podolski, who I kind of rely on just for his clean strike, and the keeper was up to saving that one. And there's some good play from Matri there to actually skip away from the challenge and put in a good effort from range, and then really should at least tested the keeper with that header there because he made good contact. And when I said I was trying to avoid putting these sorts of matches up on YouTube, it's not because I'm going to smash the guy 6 or 7-0 and there's no fun in watching that. Unless there's some exceptional goals in there or something that happens in that match, then yeah, I might put it up. But if it's just one-way traffic and the guy only has 2 shots in the match and I have about 11, 12, it's not really exactly great watching it. And here I don't know what he's playing at. He's trying to just be a bit confident, a bit cocky. I don't know what he's trying to do. He got himself under a bit of trouble because I think he realised there were no passes on, so I ended up tackling him and just putting it into the back of net to make it 1-0. And then here, this is one thing that really annoys me. I still don't understand why there's so many slide shots from distance, and you'll see a video that I'm going to put up very soon on that, as in why slide shooting so bad, and it'll be up very soon actually. But now we're going to go into a moment of this match where I just didn't see coming at the time, and I don't think any of you guys will see it coming until it actually happens. I'm even going to pause it for you guys to prepare for this, because when I saw this happen I was like, oh my god, how on earth did he get back for that? I can't believe the actual standard of goalkeeping in this episode. If it was actually at this standard all the time, then I don't think people would be complaining as much. But the standard of goalkeeping in this episode has been quite exceptional, and too bad, or it's such a shame the fact that it's only for this episode. Konami can't get the goalkeepers to be this consistent all the time. If it was, we'd have a much better game on our hands. But I'm just thinking to myself, which is the save of the episode? To me, it's probably that one, but it might be the one where I actually thought in the last match where I thought that's the one that won me the game, because that was a brilliant one-handed save from the header as well. You guys let me know what you think the save of the episode was as well, because there's very few episodes where you'll actually be thinking, was that the save of the episode? That's how good the saves were in this match. So yeah, you can see Podolski there finishes off the match for me and the episode. So yeah guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Let me know what you think the save of the episode will be in the comment section. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe. And thanks for watching guys.